Welcome back to the Foul Scoundrel, everybody, and today is the first Smugglers Run episode of 2023. We are so excited we get to take a look at Mace Windu from the Clone Wars. Starting with the back of the box, we have a really cool depiction of Mace Windu in that really cool early anime style. You know, I don't give the Clone Wars enough credit. I really don't. I didn't get into it because, you know, I'm not a huge cartoon fan. After I started having kids, yeah, I watch cartoons all day. For this action figure, this artwork is top notch. So the bio on the back of the box reads, "The Clone Wars are brought to life in a unique animation style that captures the drama of this epic period. Jedi warriors lead clone troopers into battle against the evil separatist forces." So true. We all know how that ended. Order 66, you know. Okay, well, that is a conversation for another day. But this action figure, I really like how the back of the box, again, for the 50th anniversary Lucasfilm, it has the timeline for all the Lucasfilm projects. You know, the start of Lucasfilm to Star Wars itself. You know, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Droids, so on and so forth. Has the whole timeline. I have George Lucas Stormtrooper disguise action figure I picked up a while back, and you know what? It has the same thing on the back, but it doesn't have the really cool animated Mace Windu that we have right here. Okay, folks, for a toy, this is what you want to see. This, folks, is presentation. The box, the artwork. You know, I gotta admit, I kind of like the setup on this box better than the original Black Series setup, right? So the original Black Series comes in a black box. Even the new ones, it's still a black box. It has a picture or window in the front that shows the action figure. It has a little black and white picture on the bottom right-hand corner and a black and white picture on the back. The black and white picture on the bottom right-hand corner and the picture on the back are exactly the same. This has a different picture. It has a different animated pose. It even has an action pose in the background with an explosion, which is really, really unique, right? That is so really awesome. When you walk in and you see a toy, you're immediately drawn to this. You look at this, you're like, wow, this is a fun box, a really fun presentation. This is what I would want. If I was Samuel L. Jackson, I'm like, hey, I play Mace Windu, second to none, only to Yoda in the entire galaxy. This is kind of what I want to see. Let me throw up a picture of the original Mace Windu release back in 2015-16. It's the red line, the Force Awakens line. See that? Okay, so we have this picture of Mace Windu. This is kind of the rub I have with this action figure, right? You look at the original release, and you look at this release. It's the same figure. Same lightsaber sculpt, which is fine. Same lightsaber blade, which is fine. Same action figure, which is fine, I suppose, but that's the rub, right? Because you look at the really awesome artwork we have on the front and the back of the box. I mean, this is the animated artwork, and you go, oh, okay, well, this is the actor that actually plays Mace Windu in the movies, but this isn't the cartoon Mace Windu. You know what? Of all things, I'm not a huge cartoon fan, but if I want an action figure from the cartoon, I want it to look like the cartoon. Granted, I am ecstatic to have a Mace Windu action figure in my collection. I will take this action figure 8 days a week. However, presentation-wise, it's the same action figure with white pauldrons, chest guard, and wrist guard, right? He has a Stormtrooper belt on. I actually think that's a Clone Trooper belt. But other than that, he's the same action figure. Now, I didn't catch the Mace Windu when he first came out. Obviously, I started collecting in early 2022 and didn't get Mace Windu when he came out. So this one, I was really happy to get. This came out in April of 2022, and we found him a couple of days ago at a Walmart, of all places. So our Walmart's been like knocking it out of the park. We've been finding wild finds at that Walmart like crazy for the last 2 months, man. They need to keep going. I'm excited every time I go to the grocery store now. But again, getting back to this action figure, if we're going to go to bullet points of how we think Mace Windu should look, this is it. You look at the face sculpt, that is Samuel L. Jackson. Everybody thinks Mace Windu, they think there he is, Samuel L. Jackson. Purple lightsaber, the sculpt, you really can't see it very well because it fell out of his hand. But it's the same lightsaber from the movies and from the animated series, so they did an excellent job of getting it perfectly accurate to everything you see here, other than the real life likeness of Samuel L. Jackson compared to the cartoon. I gotta hand it to Hasbro. If they're anything, they are consistently consistent. They are a little too uniform with their action figures. Alright folks, that's my quick take on the Clone Wars Mace Windu, but really, all things considered, this guy is awesome. You need to have him in your collection. I need to have him in my collection. Who doesn't want a Clone Wars edition Mace Windu in their collection? Nobody! And I mean nobody. I mean, he did make a few interesting choices in his career. Those who know. So yeah, you look at it and you go, okay, he doesn't exactly look like the cartoon. That's okay. I'll take him in. I mean, I didn't have the original release, so that's okay. I mean, you look at him and you go, yeah, sure, this is the original, 90% sure is the original release from the Force Awakens line, but he has the armor. I mean, how bad beep would it be to have Mace Windu all armored up like this, with Anakin Skywalker all armored up, and Obi-Wan Kenobi in his Clone Wars armor, right? You have General Kenobi, a Skywalker, Windu, maybe a Yoda over the side, in front of a bunch of Clone Wars. That's the diorama to have, man. Goodbye Cantina diorama. Goodbye Death Star diorama. Goodbye anything diorama related that you thought would be epic. It cannot top the epicness of the Clone Wars armored up Jedi generals in front of a bunch of clone troopers taking it to the Separatist army. Ain't nothing cooler than that. Absolutely nothing. Nothing more bad, beep, because y'all know what happened with Order 66. The clones turned around and went, alright, Jedi generals, goodbye. And they couldn't stop the clones either. So, you know, if you don't have them, run out and get them before they are gone. I don't know how long they're going to be out. I don't know if they're being reproduced, but I was lucky to find mine at our local Walmart, who is doing an excellent job restocking, right? Alright folks, if you agree with my assessment with General Mace Windu, let me know in the comments below. If you don't have him, let me know if you're out there looking for him in the wild, right? If you do, let me know if you think he's as cool as the original release. Do you agree? Should he be more cartoony, more anime looking? I don't know. I think he should. But either way, folks, if it's from a galaxy far, far away, you're never far from a good time.